Oh,
choose this one.
the two adults. All right. Here. On Sunday, July 13th, 2014, a young, hardworking, honor roll student and athlete attending Old Rochester Regional High School killed himself by poisoning himself with carbon monoxide fumes in his grandfather's truck in a Kmart parking lot. Conrad was an exceptional athlete who played baseball, crew row, and ran track. He graduated from high school with a 3.88 grade point average and had been accepted into Fitchburg University. He had his entire life ahead of him until he was bullied into killing himself by someone he trusted, his own girlfriend. According to ABC News, Michelle Carter was convicted and sentenced to 2.5 years in a Bristol County Correctional Facility with the charge of involuntary manslaughter, followed by a 5-year probation sentence. She is able to stay out of prison pending all appeals. Though this case is extremely tragic, it's very common and happens more than often. Michelle had a chance to save Conrad's life. Instead, she talked him to get him back into his car and assured him that taking his life was the right thing to do. After taunting him that he was too scared to take his own life, he finally got back in the car and killed himself. She was not a friend at all. My name is Christina Jacobs, and my speech is on bullying awareness. More than 1 out of every 5 child is bullied. The effects of bullying can attack a child's well-being. It can severely impact their mental health, drive them to substance abuse, and elevate the risk of suicide. There are many forms of bullying. A lot of people think that physical bullying is the only form of bullying, but there's quite a few forms actually. Physical bullying, being the most obvious, occurs when you're being physical with another person, such as shoving, pushing, or spitting, or just hitting someone who simply can't defend themselves. Another form is verbal abuse. This is when a person tries to control you by non-physical means, such as name calling, yelling, cursing, and other things like that. Cyberbullying is the most common bullying that's going on today, and it's especially common in between tweens and teenagers. This is when they use their electronics, such as their computers, their laptops, iPads, or smartphones, and get on social media and use that as a platform for bullying.
Anaya.
Sexual bullying is another form of bullying. This consists of sexually calling someone names, vulgar gestures, uninvited touching, or pornographic material. Girls are often the target of this type of bullying. Boys will touch girls inappropriately or talk to them sexually. Or other girls will shame them, calling them tramp or sluts or whores, stuff like that. Prejudicial bullying. This is bullying that's directed towards someone simply because of their race, religion, or ethnic backgrounds. This type of bullying is very common, and it often leads to hate crimes. These victims have no control over the way that they look, and they are being bullied simply because of the color of their skin, or their religion, or race. Most children that are bullied gets bullied in school. 33% of children are bullied at least 2 months out of the year. 13% are made fun of. 12% were subjects of rumors. 5% were pushed, shoved, or spit on. And 5% were excluded from activities purposely. In school, 42% of the bullying takes place in the classroom. 34% of bullying takes place in the cafeteria, 22% outside in the playground, and 19% of bullying takes place on the bus. Do not just stand around. If you're seeing somebody being bullied, it's not okay to pull out a phone or a camera and record them and laugh at them. Actually, you should go and get an adult, try to help, try to stop the fight, break up the fight. Kids are easily entertained by other kids hitting and fighting other kids. But it's just not nice. It's not nice. You can simply just help somebody instead of pulling out your phone to record them. Another way we can try to help prevent bullying is communicating. Communication is key. Keeping an open line of communication with your children or your students is super vital. A lot of kids today feel like they don't have anybody that they can depend on, anybody they can talk to. It's hard for a lot of children to talk to their parents about bullying, but you just need to assure your child that you're always going to be an ear for them and a shoulder for them to lean on. Keep an open line of communication. Talk to your children often. Talk to your students often. Ask them how they're feeling every day. Ask them what's going on around them. It's always good to keep that line open. Another way we can try to prevent bullying is teaching kindness, respect, and love. If you teach your children these 3 things, it can prevent them from growing up and becoming a bully. Teach your children to respect others. Teach your children to treat people how they would want to be treated. A little bit of respect goes a long way. Another way, being a great role model. Children today are like sponges. They absorb everything. They copy and say everything that they see. It's important to be kind to your children. If you're mean and nasty, chances are your children will turn out mean and nasty. If you're kind-hearted, you're nice, you're soft, chances are your children will turn out that way. They will be kind-hearted people as well. You need to be a person your child idolizes. Teachers also, they need to be someone that someone can look up to. Be the type of person you want your children to be when they grow up and when they get older. Same with teachers. Be the type of teacher you would like your students to grow up to be. Being a good role model is super vital in the prevention of bullying. These are just a few tips to help prevent bullying. Hopefully you can teach these few strategies to your children or to your students if you're a teacher. And they can teach their friends, and then their friends can teach their friends. It will almost be like a chain reaction type thing. And then, prevention can start there.